let's move on a little bit. And this is going to be more, I think, topics for our next conversation.
Yes.
We've done 201 here. It is, I mean, Ted, your knowledge and experience here is so valuable. And I'm glad we're capturing it here because it is a very complex challenge. And so now we see
Yes.
recent actions around, mentioned before, the California NEM 3 ruling, the FERC
Yes.
2222, looking at valuing demand flexibility, the ERCOT great freeze out of 21,
Yes.
MISO's pricing, which is, gone through the roof. How are we going to land all
Yes.
this? Low cost offshore wind in the New England area, mid-Atlantic area. There's so
Yes.
many things that tie into this from a
Yes.
modern day problem solving perspective. We're going to challenge ourselves in 301, which is our next session. And we're going to be joined in our next session by two former FERC chairs. So both John Wellinghoff and Neil Chatterjee will join us in discussing, based on the information we've learned in 101 and 201, we're going to talk about how the modern day FERC, RTO, IOU interconnection happens, and maybe we'll get to some 1, 2, or 3 solutions, discuss some solutions. So I want to conclude here and thank Ted so much for his insights here to this very complex challenge. And hopefully we've disassembled this in a way that people can say, oh, now I understand why it works that way. And that's so important.
Yes, if we've succeeded in 1 and 2, and I know it's very complex, particularly someone that's uninitiated in it, then when we start talking about this list that's on the slides now, it will make a lot more sense. Because the other way to do it is to try to talk through all of that stuff in the context of each of these problems, which is overwhelming. But the concepts that we talked about touch on all of these things. So if you can get a grasp on that conceptually, then when we get into the details of these real life things, hopefully it will make more sense.
Yeah.